this is J.M.Wong and welcome to another vlog! So recently I have acquired new skills. As someone who always talk about stop existing, start living and be alive, I am someone who doesn't want to waste any of time, and learning a new skill is the best thing to do during these days when self-quarantining is necessary. So recently I've learned this new skill called Pastel Nagomi art. It's a form of pastel art, but it doesn't paint with pens and pastels. You paint with your fingers, and that's the part of it, because you can actually have a closer connection with the paper. You can feel the texture, and it's a kind of achieve mindfulness in a way. This kind of art is founded by a Japanese man. And the aim of this kind of art is to heal, to cure people's soul and hearts. When you look at it, you can feel the sense of comfort from these pictures, and that's the aim. Through making these arts, I have not only received comments from friends who told me they heal through these art. I myself, when I look at this art, when I was creating with my fingers, feeling them, I feel so much relaxed and less stressful. And it's so important during these days when panic and fear is all around us. And that's why I want to share with you. Perhaps this video might not be able to immediately teach you the skills, but it's more like an introduction. It's a sharing of what I think or what I did during the process of learning this type of art. I'm still learning, and there's so much things for me to explore, but here are some things that I want to share about.
Let's start with the tools you need. This is my table at home when I'm drawing. And the tools you will be needing for doing this kind of art is listed as below. There are some things that you don't really need, and some you will definitely need, but you can find it in your daily life. The aim of the founder of this form of art is always to help people, no matter professional or not, to express their feelings through art. So they use the simplest tools instead of expensive professional ones. You know, tools that you can find in your daily life to help you to paint beautiful pictures. For skills and techniques, all you need is a pastel and a paper cutter, and then you scrape the pastel with your paper cutter so there's powder on the paper, and then, as I've mentioned, you draw it with your fingers, not your pen, so you can feel the texture of the paper, and that's kind of the only skill you really truly need to learn. You might have seen the word drawing modes in the list of items that I've mentioned, but to be honest, it is not really a must unless you already have it at home. And because some of the shapes you can never really find it in drawing modes, I draw it myself on parchment paper or any paper that is thick enough and doesn't break easily. I use my paper cutting skills, really low level of paper cutting skills, and I already made my own molds when I'm doing it. This is one of the molds I use or I've created. This is a little rabbit. This is a goldfish mold that I've made for my other painting, and bear in mind I never use a single pen or color pencil to draw that. I only use my fingers, the dust from the pastels to make it. Knowing how to utilize different types of erasers in this form of art is also a skill that is easy to master, but something you can learn, and at least I learned a lot more about the different types of erasers and its effect after doing this kind of art. And sometimes it's not about the skills and techniques, it's about persistencies. As you can see here, I use the cotton sticks to dot on the painting for I think at least 30 minutes, and here is the result after dotting this. Totally worth it. And what I also love about this art is that you can be environmentally friendly. As you can see here, I'm using wasted papers to help me do ribbons, as you can call in this form of art. Art with wasted paper, all I have to do is cut a line, a curve in the wasted paper, and then using it, putting in the shape and size you want, and then voila, here's the result. This is what we call ribbons in this form of art. The cutter, the paper cutting, is often the most important thing during the process. As you can see, this cutter is often used. With it, you can do different effects. Not only you get to scrape off the dust, sometimes it's about making the molds, it's about making effects like raining by scratching on a piece of paper. There are a lot of techniques that I will probably share in the future with my future videos if anyone of you are interested. And what I love about doing this kind of art is that I get to explore different materials as well. There's no restriction and limitation like a lot of professional types of art or painting. And here is me experimenting doing this form of art with my eyeshadows. You know, a lot of the eyeshadows you haven't used, or you know it's outdated and you want to throw away. Now I found a way for myself to actually utilize it. And for me, someone who doesn't really use eyeshadows a lot, this is the best way to not waste it and be a very environmentally friendly person. And of course, I have learned how to distinguish different types of pastel. Before that, I never knew there were like dry, soft, and oil pastel. I'm sorry, I'm not a professional painter and stuff, and I'm not like very academically involved in art. So I didn't know about these things, but after this I have the interest in learning about what effects it does, and of course also which brand. Like I've discovered this really cheap brand of dry pastels and I use it. It turns out the color wasn't that great, it was hard to mix, and it's the first time I feel like, oh, I'm someone who's quite professional because of that. Once I've learned all these basic techniques and skills, I know it's time for me to go wild and be creative. And for writers, I'm sure you will know that you always want to visualize your stories, and it's hard when you don't have the drawing skills. But now with this very simple skills, I managed to draw the image I had in mind when I was writing the story called The Festival of the Lost. And there's this another day where I thought I want to draw the things that represent Hong Kong, and I find that the food in Cha Chan Tang, you know, Chinese cafe or restaurant, very interesting, very unique, and I want to draw a painting that represents that, and that's how this painting came to be. And since everyone's doing challenges on social media recently, I've been tagged on Facebook with a new challenge called Google Earth Challenge, where you just randomly choose a spot on this website called Google Earth, and then all you have to do is jot down the coordination that you have picked, not actually picked but randomly picked, and also draw out the scene, and then you tag 3 friends afterwards. And this challenge is so fun because I was lucky enough to have chosen a beautiful spot. And the most favorite project of all is to draw out the songs I've loved and listened, and the following is the song from The Greatest Showman, A Million Dreams.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Anyways, I guess that's it. As you can see, I have my new mic for my voiceover. I'm so happy about that, though I'm not sure whether the quality is like the best, but still, it looks professional. Anyways, yeah, I am having so much fun with my pastel Nagomi art, and I'm glad that I've found this kind of skills or learned this kind of skills, because now I can know how to express my feelings through art and cure myself through art and help people through art as well. And yeah, so I will have part 2 of this video, and that video is just to showcase all my work. Yeah, just pretend that it's like a virtual art exhibition on YouTube, and there will be songs, and hopefully you will go and check that out. And I guess that's it. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. And if you're interested in this kind of art, feel free to ask me. Perhaps I will be doing tutorials teaching you the basic skills of drawing this art, because I've mentioned it's not really that difficult. It's very easy. It's the only purpose is to be like simple, easy, and being able to convey the message with beautiful paintings that cure your heart. That's why I can sum up from this kind of art. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you like it. Subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and yeah, let's stop existing, start living, and be alive. Bye!